Do you know that moment when you're about to dive into a new adventure? That moment when you're being called to explore? I often head to nature for inspiration, to open myself up to new possibilities and perspectives. Things feel clearer. Insight drops in. This is where we'll start the journey. As I approached one of my favorite wilderness areas, I immediately felt an opening. There's something deeply important about having space and openness for exploration, especially as HSPs. I think my need to grab my camera and tripod and head out is a metaphor for being committed to explore and capture new ways of seeing, new ways to approach life. How does it feel for us when we arrive? Not necessarily to the destination, but to that place of openness, expansion, inspiration. What are we touching into? Beauty? Curiosity? We look closer, and we slow down. We discover new perspectives. What do you notice in these moments? What happens when we expand our view, widen the lens? We see new things, feel new openings. What happens when we take it all in and feel into what we're being drawn to do in each moment? There's a playfulness. Creativity drops in. There's a lightness. Moments of relaxation and quiet contemplation are often just as important as the adventure itself. It is the adventure. Taking the time to soak it all in, to integrate what we've learned. As we move into our next adventure, how might things shift if we continue to play with exploring that field of view? Expand it. Look closer. Slow down. There are so many adventures, challenges, and transitions along our journey. There are places we love going, places that are challenging, places we don't like to be, and places we feel incredibly inspired. Sometimes we focus on what we can't do, the places we don't want to be or that we can't go. But what if we shift our attention to what we can do, where we already are today? What if we look at everything with a new lens, with a new perspective? What becomes possible? What if we just put on our shoes and start walking?